Happy Women's Day!
Yeah! Oh, snap.
Full swag, drip drip, danku tatak, yeah. New bag, big, danku tatak, yeah.
Hey besties! First things first, Happy Women's Day and welcome to Bestfriend Bootcamp. Shall we encourage everyone to subscribe to the channel?
Yes, guys, please subscribe to our channel.
And like the page.
Yes, and turn on the notifications bell.
My social media handle is Luvozodaspambo.
I am Stephen Kize and our IG is Bestfriend Bootcamp.
Uno numero.
Yes.
Uno numero.
Today we are chatting about, I'm excited about this topic by the way. We're chatting about romantic relationships. And I think part of the reason why we want to chat about romantic relationships is that as women, like, we value relationships so much. And for some reason, like, society seems to think that unless, like, you have a man on your side, like, that's like the benchmark for success. Mm-hmm. So I just want us to just unpack this, you know, over a glass of champagne
with strawberries. Because this is like the typical setting for girl talk when we talk about relationships.
This is a good idea, by the way.
We're not giving away strategies, men. But yeah, let's get into it.
Yes. Why do you think that? People seem to think that, like,
relationships
were just so
are
important.
the end all and be all of every woman. Okay, first thing is that obviously, and this is something that's been changing throughout, you know, the years.
Yeah.
Yes, we have been encouraged to study further and, you know, earn more money and but there's still that undertone of, but you still need a family and you still need to make it work and you still need to have children and you still have to hold it down at work and this and this and that. And I mean, the older I get, you know, as independent as we are, every time you go home, it's just like, so do you have like a boyfriend?
Exactly. Or like, when are you gonna have kids?
Yeah, you're getting old. You're almost 30.
That's where it kind of like stems from.
Definitely.
But I think though, like in 2019, like things have started to change, but very slowly. I think you're actually seeing a lot more younger women like starting families a little bit later on and getting married.
And I'm all about that, eh?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm just like, nobody's gonna pressure me into having any kids.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna pressure me into getting married. More because I think there was just like a really beautiful phase in my 20s, my early 20s, where I spoke to thine self and I really got to understand who I am. And I mean, that's always changing, of course, and what I really want out of things. So for me, I think as much as it is such an important aspect of life in my own personal life, it's still an aspect. It's not the center of everything.
And that's the thing that people need to understand also, is that you don't necessarily have to make your relationship your whole existence and your whole being. You've got a career, you've got friendships, you've got family. And so,
and don't you think that's just the funniest thing ever, is that when people start like dating seriously, suddenly, I mean, there's nothing wrong with
all
you.
of a sudden,
it's like I get like guys, like stop that. Why do girls do that?
No, I actually
it's like, oh no, I'm not doing this.
I'm with my
man. And it's like, okay, can we go out clubbing?
It's fine.
No, I'm just gonna like cook and just like sleep in.
And the thing is, it wears off. Like, when you don't balance your life out, like, that novelty wears off very soon.
The strangest thing though is that men are not compromising in this, but they're just like, bruh, I'm gonna do this with my friends, I'm gonna do that. But Zara okay, is like,
I'm gonna wait for my man at home till he gets home. Babes, why? But again, we're not bashing.
We're not.
Like, I'm about to do that, guys. But we're just saying, just find a good balance.
Yeah, I think that's the trick. And also, to not put pressure on people who don't want to be in relationships. I think that's beautiful when people are, you know, single.
Oh, guys, I've been single for so long.
How does it feel?
It feels fine. That's the thing. Like, I genuinely, like, whether I am in a relationship, whether I'm not in a relationship, I just am very much like content with like
The
myself.
situation
first.
also.
Like I live such a full life that sometimes it doesn't always feel like I'm missing something. I think when I do get into a relationship again, it's gonna be an addition to what
already
I've already
is.
like kind of, you know, like been doing. So like I can't, guys.
sounds dumb because
I'm done.
It's true. It's true, bro.
She's like in like a committed relationship.
Why do you always say that?
Because
Okay, so anyway, this week on What's Popping is
Full swag, drip drip, Namkutata, yeah.
on social media for the past week. There's been a lot of relationship talk. Enhle Mbali, one of South Africa's biggest actresses, who was also married to a famous, doctor. Oh, and had a discussion with DJ Zinhle.
Black coffee DJ, not a doctor.
Okay, him. Not trying to get serious. Okay, fine, him. So she has a vlog now, and she was just talking about how, what it felt like to transition from, being committed with this guy, the struggles that she faced within the relationship, and, the pain, and
essentially, she was basically talking about how she felt about like being cheated on.
yeah. And I mean, there was a lot of like talk on, Twitter about how, it feels like a lot of the times women's biggest victory in life is getting over, a cheating debacle.
Yeah.
And like when you come out there, suddenly you're stronger. And why not just be stronger like before?
I felt as though when I was watching that interview, but she identified a lot, obviously, like with the pain body and like the experience that she had. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's got so much going for herself. And with DJ Zinhle, she was also just so graceful because she basically was saying that she was intentional about her decision, whether she wanted to be in a relationship and go back to a relationship that there was cheating or infidelity or whatever. And ultimately, it was her choice. And what I liked about her is that she owned that, and she was like, nobody's gonna tell me how to live my life. So whether or not I want to be in a relationship
or not, that's what whatever feels good at that moment is what I'm gonna do, and I shouldn't be scrutinized and made to feel like, oh, it's such a big deal.
What are some of the like mistakes you feel like you've made in maybe previous relationships?
I made
20s.
I made no mistakes. That's a victim mentality. Okay, that's a victim mentality. I won't lie. Okay, I will be honest. Biggest mistake I made was in my early 20s thinking about marriage as the end goal, not being present in the actual moment and seeing it for what it was at that moment. I mean, at some point, dating this fuck boy, and I was just like still forcing the marriage thing on him, not like talking about it with him, but I was like imagining him as my husband. And then like 3 months later when we broke up, I was like, what the hell?
I'm laughing because I literally just went through like the same like experience.
We shan't mention names.
Listen, like there was such a revelation with what happened because I was essentially trying to date somebody for potential. I was like,
versus who they are right now.
I was like, he's got so much potential.
Why do women do that?
He's still gonna, work his life out and all of that stuff. And then like when things were working out, I was basically trying to manipulate somebody into a relationship. And then like I realized, but it's actually so foolish. You need to love people where they
are right now, and do not even try to think about a future that doesn't exist yet with somebody. Like I think
trying to change somebody.
Yeah, I think like as women we also need to acknowledge how smart and emotionally intelligent we can be. Because that whole manipulation thing, like I feel like a lot of people do it, and then when things end abruptly, then they want to manipulate the situation again and make it seem like it was the other party's fault. When you are the one who's like pushing for something that you know intrinsically is not really going to work out. And then another one that I saw in the media was, Hulisani, who's also a very big presenter in South Africa.
Love her.
She's so amazing. She had been dating this guy for 10 years, and this guy and her broke up. It's speculated that she broke up with him. That doesn't matter. But anyway, people were like saying, oh, she wasted 10 years of her life.
Wasted what?
What did you waste?
And the idea that like we get into relationships for the sole purpose
of getting married.
It's ridiculous. I think like on her behalf, like I just think you never waste time, guys. Like at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you guys you never know whether things are gonna work out
or not.
So,
and it's
okay.
those
Experiences, what she learned from it.
Exactly.
So I don't think that.
What did she say on that other podcast where she was like, the problems are with suicide? Because she gave her a response.
So she essentially was like, the problem is when you use a relationship as a benchmark for success. Then when things don't work out, you're gonna feel like a failure. But
because that was the one thing for success that was determining everything that you're doing.
Exactly. When you have other goals, like you realize that every experience and relationship is for a purpose and it's leading you somewhere great, hopefully.
And everything that's meant to be happening is happening because it is happening. So that's how you know it.
So guys.
I feel like we could talk about this forever and ever, but I just think the main thing to take away from relationships for me is that they are an aspect of your life and not the entire center of it. I think the center should always be whatever you believe in, a greater being. For us, it's God or the universe or Buddha or whoever you believe in. I think that should be the main thing. You're raised on them,
And also just working on yourself. Like I'm such a firm believer that if you're single, for instance, like a situation or relationship will find you once you work on becoming better. And
these titles are even going. If you're single, if you're dating, it's so titling.
Exactly, but ultimately I think self-love is so important and self-care, and regardless of whether you're in a relationship or you're married or you're going through a divorce, whatever period that you're going through, make sure that you work on yourself and making yourself better so that other people can benefit
around you. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's toast to Women's Month
and women taking ownership of their being, women being powerful with or without men, women being powerful with or without children, women being powerful with or without careers, for crying out loud.
Just women being powerful.
Just women being powerful.
In general.
Anyway, we could go on and on, but anyway, here's to that, and here's to amazing content.
Yes.
Black girl magic. And so as we sign out, we've got an interesting new song from a guy called Lance Romeo, who also happens to be our favorite director of the show.
You guys are gonna love this song.
It's amazing. It's called Black Girls.
Yes. That's what we are.
She don't need